Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels Red Rover. I'm Sean.
And I'm Corrine.
And where are we today?
We're in southeast Missouri. We're at the Ozark Scenic Riverway, which is a national park, and we are enjoying the Alley Springs Mill and Spring.
And it's absolutely beautiful here. We got trees in blossom. We've got the beautiful mill here. It's going to be a wonderful day. And we sure hope you enjoy coming along with us.
Yep, we have a bit of overcast condition this morning. It's after sunrise because we needed the sun to get up over those trees. And I think the diffuse lighting may be a little helpful to us today.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Couldn't be better.
Well, this is the Alley Spring. It doesn't show a big bubbling, boiling water coming up like some of the other springs do. But this karst rock formation allows the rainwater to percolate down through the rocks, follow in caverns and open passageways, and then come out to some of these springs. We visited a number of the springs along the Ozark Scenic Riverway, and we'll show you a few pictures of those as we progress. This one's particularly nice because it has this bright red mill sitting over here that's very photogenic, and we're going to capture a few photos here. I've got my camera set up here on the edge of the spring, looking out towards the Alley Mill, bright red building there. In the distance you can see a white building. That's an old schoolhouse that was brought to this site as representative of the type of school that would be here for the community. I'm setting up my picture so that I can maximize the opportunity to get that reflection in the water there. I'm framing it a little bit with the trees. It's early spring. The trees haven't got all their leaves yet. It's just starting to green up, and some of those trees have some pink flowers. I believe those are western redbuds. I'm minimizing my sky in my composition because it's pretty overcast today and not much distinction in those clouds. It would also cause a lot of highlights to my picture. So I'm mostly putting my horizon on the top third of the photograph and using the reflection to fill in the bottom 2/3. My camera settings are pretty straightforward. I'm on aperture priority, which I use most of the time, unless I'm doing some photos where there's a lot of movement. I have my ISO at 200 and my aperture at f14, so I'll get lots of depth of field. I'm focusing over there on the main mill building, and that should be in the right plane for getting a good focus for the reflection as well. So I've come around to a bit more of the northeasterly side of the spring, looking across to the mill building that's more on the southwest from where I'm standing. And by using this slightly more northerly position, I'm able to eliminate the distraction of the white schoolhouse that was in the background of my previous shot. I also like the way that the trees curve over top of the mill, and I'll show you that now. You'll notice that there's quite a few trees along the shoreline here, and to the right of the mill from where I'm standing, there's a large tree that arcs up and over the mill, crossing its corner on the one side, but then creating a nice reflection down underneath in the water, and that just kind of frames up that part of the picture quite nicely. There's another tree to the south of the mill that's kind of closing in that space as well, so that gives it a nice frame effect. I walked down to the downstream portion from the spring, more on the southeast side of the mill. Nice light on the east side of the mill, and you get this cascade of water coming through the chute. It's a bit bright to try and get a blurred effect there, but that's what I'm trying to do. I also have a few nice rocks here in the foreground that are providing a nice little anchor to the picture, and the greenery on the shoreline provides a nice contrast to that bright red mill.
Here is a survey of some of the other springs that we visited. They were all extremely beautiful. We took very limited amounts of video, but we did take some photographs. We sure hope you enjoy them. Blue Springs, I think, was one of our favorite springs that we visited. And that was primarily because of just the intense blue color of the water. It was gorgeous. And we are also amazed about the amount of water the spring is actually producing. This is Blue Spring, one of two in the area. So Blue Spring produces an enormous amount of water. You really get a feel for it to look at this river and to think that all of this water is coming from a single spring. One of the things that we saw several times during our trip to the Ozark River area is these swarming butterflies that would come in and create little swarms on the ground. If you know what's causing this or what's happening here, we'd sure love to hear from you in the comments below. Here are some other photographs that we captured during our visit. They include the other mills, springs, and actually some wildlife that we caught along the way. We hope you enjoy them.
It's the smile within the pain. It's the logic but insane. You cannot know from where it came. It's the way you cross the floor before you head on out the door. It's the figure on the wall. So many times I heed the call. It's the silence of the room, the way you turn before you bloom. Another shadow for the blind. I think I'm gonna lose my mind. Although I'm running up a hill, I feel I'm always standing still. Can't remember where I've been. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin. I don't know where I should begin.
Well, Corinne, what did you think of these beautiful, deep springs and mills that we've been looking at for the last couple days?
It's been a real treat. It's quite different than what we get to see out in our neck of the woods, and some of them were quite beautiful. I particularly like the ones with the mills.
Yes, and I particularly like the ones where the spring was heavily colored, like the Blue Spring that we saw here this afternoon. Absolutely gorgeous. Well, we sure hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more of our videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below.
And as always, if you want to know when we release videos, hit that little bell button and remember that you would like to see all of our videos.
And we love your questions and comments and thoughts, so go ahead and share them in the comment section down below, and we'll be sure to respond as soon as we can.
And until next time, bye for now.
Bye for now.